So welcome back to video 3 of 3, where we'll be talking about the risks, considerations, and contraindications of cold and hot exposure. In the first video, I spoke about the physiological changes of the body. The second was about the scientific data. Let's start with the cold exposure. Of course, there is a risk of hypothermia. Prolonged or extreme cold exposure can lead to hypothermia, frostbite, or other injuries related to cold exposure if not done properly. If you would like to get into that, watch my 2 videos, and also POCHEK, CHEK, has a lot of videos where he explains, he even shows how he keeps his hands in the cold plunge like that, so he doesn't get numbness of his fingertips. It's very interesting. So what are the contraindications exactly? Women who are pregnant cannot take cold baths. Also, any cardiovascular disease, including circulatory problems of the lymphatic system as well, contraindicated, and low thyroid. And if you have cold, also no cold, no cold exposure. Upon client's evaluation, there might be other serious considerations. It depends on your results of the evaluation. Usually, but not always, cold rubs are pretty much safe for most, but not for everyone. So cold is a stress on the body. Yes, we want to stress the body, while brief cold exposure can be beneficial for our body. Excessive or prolonged exposure can be stressful on the body and may lead to negative health effects. Sauna, hot. During sauna, we dehydrate. That's why prolonged sauna sessions can lead to dehydration and electrolyte imbalances. I would suggest you to manage properly your hydration and rehydration after the sauna as well. If you have respiratory system stress like embolism, any problem with your lungs, you should not do sauna. Sauna is good for if you have congestion of the airways, but not if you have problems with the lungs. Here, I'll open the brackets. Think about the hot yoga. It's a big no-no if you have respiratory system problems, because you inhale so much toxicity, because there's so many people crowded in a room where everybody breathes out intensely their toxic material, and then it's re-breathed back into the body. So sauna has cardiovascular stress on the system. Yes, it's beneficial. Generally, saunas are beneficial for cardiovascular system, but it might be risky for some people with certain health condition. That's why if you have a cardiovascular health condition, you must obtain an opinion by a healthcare professional for that. Okay, so in conclusion, I would like to say that cold exposure and sauna offer complementary benefits. They're very beneficial when you alternate them at the same time, let's say 20 minutes exposure at each. Cold exposure is more about activating metabolic processes, improving mental resilience, and reducing inflammation, while sauna is associated with cardiovascular benefits, detoxification, stimulation, and relaxation. Both can be part of holistic wellness routine, but they should be used with care. Considering individuals' health conditions and tolerances. Evaluation is the key.